Welcome to the HU Movemakers podcast, where we highlight folks that are blazing the trail and making moves in Howard culture. Hello and welcome to another special edition of the HU Movemaker podcast, where we highlight folks in Howard culture that are trailblazing and making moves. Today, we got an entrepreneur, Wall Street Journal, Oprah's Favorite Things, Essence Magazine, NPR, Fox News, NBC, Detroit, School of Engineering, Phi Sigma Pi, rest in peace, Omega Psi Phi.
Pals.
We got Matthew going, Campus Pals, man. What else you do at Howard, man?
Showtime marching band. I played in the band for 3 years on the drums.
Showtime on the drums. Yo, get a drummer some. Get a drummer some. Matt Goins, what's up, bro?
Yeah, man. I try to make my way around, the different corners of the campus. I touched a lot of different things. I was fortunate to have the opportunity to do a lot of things at Howard.
Touched a lot, bro. You was pledging. You was pledging.
Dude, I went on to Phil Murray, man. Like them first 3 years, a lot of them semesters I was in a process. A bunch of my early Howard career, man. It was one.
How much of the processes at Howard are the same? Like you're like, damn, it's a lot of spillover.
Because really, the architects of them are, probably going to be in the Divine Nine Panhellenic group. So once they kind of trickle back down to the Phi Campus panel, they recreating some of the dynamics. So, you go see some overlap. The intensity is going to change, but it's some of the characteristics pretty similar.
That's real, man. So let's talk about Puzzle Huddle, man. I mean, most recently, when you get that endorsement from Oprah, that's like, that's a big deal. I mean, we knew already what it was. You know what I'm saying? We knew. I've been on Puzzle Huddle, you know what I'm saying? But, when you get that Oprah endorsement, that's a game changer.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. I don't quite know how it happened. I don't know who saw what or, tagged who or sent it to some team or committee, but we got a invite from the team to send some sample products. We sent the sample products to New York, and bada boom, bada bing, they let us know we were selected. I did not know we were going to get a full page in a magazine either. So that was a surprise, and we blowing up, man. Like that's going to put you on a platform that you can't. It's going to be hard to work your way to a platform equal to that. Like that's just a blessing that happens, and it really expands the awareness of a product.
So did you get like a spike in sales after that?
Man, it's hard to prepare for like the galactic change, it's like an earthquake in your business. Like I think Oprah could probably shut your business down. Like you're going to get more email, more orders, more sales, more tech. Like you don't have enough employees to deal with what Oprah's about to do to your business. Like I went from, okay, I can pack these orders myself to I need 8 people. Like me and my wife can't do this. So it changes the structure of your business once you get featured on that list. You're not the same business anymore.
Damn, did you get to talk to Oprah?
all my communications were through a team of people that I don't know if I'm 1 degree of separation, like they talk to Oprah, or if it's 2 degrees or 3. But I only had a chance to talk to the team, and the team, kind of shepherd guided the whole thing for me.
What do you think it was that it made them, bless you? I mean, it's 1,000 puzzles out there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now I look back at the list because I was like trying to do some cross-examination and understand, like, I think I have a great product and it fits into the marketplace and has an appeal to a certain demographic, but that doesn't mean I cross Oprah's desk. So I don't know, man. My business strategy is to be loud on social media. So my belief is that through the loudness, it just caught the right person's attention. But I don't know. Maybe one day I'll hear the behind the scenes of who saw what or bought, who had a kid, had a baby, and bought a puzzle, and then how that gets in front of the team that shares it with Oprah.
So what kind of validation is that, man? To quit your job. You go to school for engineering. You know what I'm saying? Engineering is you come out of engineering, you at least gonna be making a good salary, some stability there, and It's not like you quit your engineering job to go start this app or this new tech platform. You go to basically sell paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm a 3-time Howard graduate. So I got 3 degrees from that place. I came out of the School of Business in undergrad.
Wow.
I made a little trip to the School of C. I have a master's degree in communication. Then I came back for a second lap in the School of B. So I have an MBA from Howard. So undergrad
Where'd I
business.
get engineering from? Why I think you
Uh,
was in engineering?
we in the same because I don't know because I might look like a light skinned brother.
I could have swore when we was in college. I didn't see you in the School of Business, dude. I never saw you in the School of Business. I always saw you in engineering.
Other than some late night meetings or something. That's
Maybe
probably
that's because you was always pledging. That's probably what that was.
I
You
spent
was
a lot
always pledging.
in process, man. Thank goodness, man. I got it done early so I could just be in the groups by the time my senior year when I wasn't still in process. Senior
Damn.
year, I was just like, let's live it out. Let's not try to join nothing new now.
Wow. So what? So let's rewind a little bit, man. I mean, growing up in Detroit, did you ever think that you would be an entrepreneur?
Man, when this idea was kind of when it occurred to me to have this idea, so I'm a spiritual guy. So in prayer, man, I was looking back through my life to understand like what were the signals and the inputs and the like the skills and my core self that might help this go. And man, I could take this thing back to my kindergarten experiences. So man, I was a guy. I sold blow pops in 5th and 6th grade. Got in a lot of trouble in school because they don't want kids, in and out of the lockers dealing with cash and exchanging money. But I sold blow pops in the 5th and 6th
They
grade.
was haters. They was hating.
I sold these little crybabies, man. It's like a little sour gum thing. I was selling them crybabies for 25 cents. So I had like, this like a $7, $8 a day business. It's not no $50 a day business, but 10, yeah, 7, 8, $10 a day.
That's all you needed, though, man.
Yeah. So somewhere in me was a entrepreneurial concept or thinking. Of course, you go through school, and that's not necessarily what your accounting class is teaching you to do, but it was in there from the 5th grade.
Welcome to the Go Fish Village podcast. As a Chinese proverb says, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. At Go Fish, our goal is to teach individuals just like you how to build wealth through real estate. I mean, did you have any entrepreneurs in your family at all?
No, my mom's is an educator. My mother was a teacher in the Detroit public school system. She worked her way up through the system, eventually becoming a principal and retired as a principal. And my father, interesting, was a probation officer. So he keep people on track as they navigate the justice system. And but no entrepreneurs in my
They kept them on track as they navigated the justice system. That's a nice way of putting it. I like
yeah.
that.
My father was a probation and parole officer, so not entrepreneurship, not in my household. No.
So at what point do you start doing this? This puzzle huddle. I know you talked about a little bit about, it came from wanting to be more involved with your daughter, but what was the genesis of it?
Yeah.
Just, talk about that a little bit.
So so me and my wife had 3 kids pretty fast. Like over the course of about 5 years, we had 3 of them. So we went from no kids to like loaded with babies. And like any new dad, I don't know what to do. So I'm buying like coloring books, like blocks. Like I'm just trying to figure out how to like what to do with them to like support and play with them. Like am I doing tea time with these kids or am I got these markers? Like what are we doing? So I bought puzzles because that's an educational tool and something that's very commonplace that to put in front of kids. But after buying a bunch of puzzles, like because shopping online it's easy to be excessive and overdo things. I bought too many puzzles. After a few dozen, man, I just looked at it and it wasn't none of them black. Like, how do I have 20, 30 puzzles and none of them be black? So I went like digging through the shopping portals into Google and just trying to let me just buy one. Man, I'm 20 pages into Google and still can't find it. So I thought, I'm kind of crafty. Like I don't know if it's a secret or verb, but I like to go to the craft store. So I went to the craft store, Man, I just bought some foam board. I printed some pictures off the internet, glued them, and I was just cutting. I was like, man, I'm gonna just cut these puzzles out of cardboard. So after I did that 10, 12 times, the puzzles was falling apart like they weren't. This wasn't like no good stock,
So you initially started making these puzzles,
man.
the
I was
on your own for your daughter. Is that right?
I was cutting them with a pair of scissors, but I got
Wow.
fancy. Like I bought a better pair of scissors. I was like, I need like extra good scissors. So I bought like,
Upgraded the scissors.
yeah, I'm like these scissors not doing it. I need like Home Depot level scissors. That still wasn't that good. And I bought it like a little X-Acto knife. So I was doing everything to try to make some puzzles out. Because look, I didn't want to. So I got 3 new kids. I can't go buy like heavy duty equipment. Like that's not the right thing to do with your money when you have kids. Like so I can't go buy like commercial jigsaws and like turn my garage into a wood shop. I got 3 kids. Like that's not what should I run out and buy right now? It's not commercial woodworking equipment. So I was just trying to stay low cost, but try to fix the problem on a budget
I
and
would
not.
love to see what them old puzzles look like, man. You still got them around the crib?
Judge us, they're not. It's not something you're
It
gonna.
probably was hard as hell to put together. Your daughter probably mad as hell, like, damn, I'm never gonna put this together.
And it's so you can't put a price on those. That's not something that you could ask somebody to offer you a payment for. It's kind of like, oh, that's cute. I guess that it's nice that you tried to put a puzzle, make one for your kids. But eventually, we found a printer that could like industrial cut a puzzle and make something that you might buy at a store. So that's how we ended up with a puzzle business, because cutting the puzzles was not efficient. I was spending 8 hours cutting a puzzle.
So, but when you initially started this, was it a business idea or was it just something for your kids?
No, because I was man. So I was working, and with my MBA, I was working in corporate America, and like bit busy. So this wasn't. I wasn't with a lot. I didn't have a lot of free time to look for hobbies and things to just consume. And I had 3 kids, so it wasn't. I didn't enter into this like thinking, let me start a business. I just wanted to produce some puzzles for my kids to play with. But once I got into, I thought, well, when you're a new parent, very often you're going to have other friends that are new parents too. So I
Hmm.
thought, wow, okay, if I gotta make a black ballerina puzzle for my kids, so and so just has a little girl, and what you call it got a little boy. They probably want some black baby puzzles too. I need a better way to produce them so I can share them with the people in my network. So it was kind of a growth, a connection to let me find out how to make these for other families, so that it's not just something at my house, it could be at other people's houses too.
Wow. So you just started making it for your daughter, and then you realized, man, this could actually be a little business, you know?
Yeah.
So were you like, how did you create the buzz to take it to that next level? I mean, you knew you were solving a problem. Was it something that you just gave away? How did it become like, talk about the snowball effect of going from little player to
Well,
behemoth?
that's the thing that was hard, man, because to build some buzz around a product, a key marketing strategy is marketing through your personality, which means you have to make the world aware that you are this person and you're doing this, which can be terrifying. Like my first Facebook post to say, hey, I have a puzzle business. Like without any context, like without all the boxes, without Oprah and without Essence, without Wall Street Journal, like a brother talking about he started a puzzle company, like that doesn't go. People will wonder, well, what are you talking about? Like what toy company did you have before that now you have this? So, well, man, with some courage, man, and just like a little some gumption, man, I jumped on Facebook talking about, hey, I have a puzzle company, and these puzzles are on sale. And man, what some blessing and grace, man. It just kind of got a little traction, even with like the initial post.
Wow, how did it feel to get that first order?
Dude, what it's Howard, bro. Man, I posted. It didn't take no time before Howard University started supporting my company. I didn't have to beg, borrow, steal, cry. Man, Monique Evans,
Mm.
Kelly Givens, they bought this stuff. I'm sure they didn't know what I was doing or talking about. They looked at my post and said, "Oh, this brother talking about he's selling some puzzles.
That's
Let's go."
crazy. I remember telling my wife about it. She was like, I was like, yo, this dude, I was like, we should get this for, for my daughter, for Charlie. And she was like, we already got these. I was like, yeah, right. I was like, yeah, right. She was like, yo, look. I was like, oh, damn. Like, that's how, and this is not even recent. This is maybe a year and a half ago. You know what I'm saying? That's how crazy.
Howard got behind me fast, bro. Like it wasn't, man, it didn't take nothing till I was getting, and from a business standpoint, I really thought I didn't want to market directly to Howard because I thought that would give me a false sense of like confidence in sales. Like I wanted to try, let me sell this to a cold audience to see if this idea goes. Because if I just sell to a warm audience, they might buy my stuff and I think I have a good idea, but really they just buying it to kind of help me feel better about my idea. But it's not really like the world doesn't want this. We just buying it to support you. So I didn't start focused on Howard. I just wanted to go to the world and see if the world would accept it. Man, but Howard.
So Howard was kind of the thing that ignited it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because that's my network, man. Because I have 3 degrees from Howard, I had 10 years on campus at Howard. So that is a big part of my life experience. And a lot of the people that I know in life have some connection to Howard. So that's my social world.
So from a business perspective, I mean, in terms of like your business acumen, did you make a business plan, or was the business plan like put it on Facebook, let's see who buys, or were you leaning on that MBA and
like
bachelor's?
not a business plan. In fact, I wrote out a plan, and the plan didn't make any money. So I sketched out the numbers based on what I thought I could achieve. The rate of sales, the profit margin on the sales, how many I might sell in a week. And I just looked at it, man. I said, this thing don't make any money. Like I'm not doing this. Like I have better things to do. I got 3 kids. I got a job. Why sink my time into this thing that doesn't make money? But this idea just couldn't, man. I was like, I couldn't sleep because I'm just thinking these puzzles. I got to do these puzzles. Like I have this idea to do this. I have this idea to do the puzzles, and I can't sleep because I keep thinking about this idea that I have to do these puzzles. So even not knowing that I was going to make any money, I had to get the idea out of my system. Like it was giving me too much trouble not to do it. So I had to do it. So I made some puzzles, man, and the world got behind me, and it turned out to be something that would sell and generate revenue, and I could do that profitably. So,
Man, so what about the design? Who comes up with these fresh designs? Because when I look at the puzzles, man, not only do I see black faces, man, I see black features. You know what I'm saying? I see, I see a girl with, rough and tough in her Afro puffs. You know what I'm saying? I bet, I see the culture, man. I see unapologetically black characters. Tell me the inspiration behind that.
yeah, well, we didn't start off because I'm not an art professional. I didn't have real great artists in my network. So a lot of trial and error. I went through a dozen bad artists before I got to people that were really skilled in terms of drawing diverse features. So we started with, man, some bad, like some stuff that looked like clip art. And they were calling it custom design.
Hey, clip art. Remember when you first discovered clip art? You thought it was like,
yeah,
you thought it was the shit. You was like, dang, it's cold.
Super clean, but you can't sell that, man. You can't put that, charge nobody for it. So once we went through a lot of bad artists, I finally found a couple good ones that could draw, the hair, lips, nose, the eye color. And my wife used to paint in high school, so she's able to critique some of the artwork to some degree and make it like really fit.
I love it.
So once we got some people that could do it and do it well, man, just we'll double down on them. And it just kind of grew.
So from a business perspective, I mean, how does that work, man? When you're having somebody curate this stuff, like, because when you first start, they like, yeah, I could do it, $50. Then it's like, damn, this motherfucker Oprah's favorite things, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's good? Like, like, how does that work, man? When you negotiated with somebody, now they know that they nice with it. and they know that this image that they about to draw is about to be seen everywhere, you know, does that affect the business relationship at all?
Yeah, well, the artists we work with, it's kind of a preliminary agreement that as they draw the artwork for us, that they release the ownership of the artwork to us. But now we've gotten a little more sophisticated, I acquire art different ways. There are some images that I license from the artist. I don't own the right. I don't own it. It's I've licensed the permission to use it for a certain amount of time, and after that year or 2 years, I no longer have their permission. And I sometimes they will give me the option to renew the license. But we're
Wow.
getting art different ways now. It's some of it I own, some of it is licensed to me.
It's crazy, boy. Business, boy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody got to get paid.
Yeah, but and the licensing let me get access to more established artists that I may not be able to in the beginning afford the commission. So it gave me a chance to use their art for a certain period of time. I don't own it. I got to give it back, but I could afford to license it, whereas I might not be able to afford
So how does the licensing work? Is it like, does that mean like every piece that you sell, they getting a piece of it, or you get to use an unlimited amount for X amount of time?
it's a different model. Some of it is a portion of the revenue. Other cases, it's a set fee for the year, and what I sell is kind of more my concern. And if I want to renew, I'll pay that lump sum amount to renew the license for the year. So we've used both models.
Wow. So which one, um, which puzzle is really like the Biggie Smalls in the collection? The one that's really like where's Drake at? Is
This I got a puzzle version of this. Like I don't have the puzzle up here, but this image on a puzzle, both with 54 pieces, 100 pieces. This the best seller in the shop. So that I sell
oh
more of
wow.
that
Oh,
than
that's dope. And which one is like Memphis Bleak? Like, damn,
we
I thought you was gonna do better.
we drop. I've had some bad designs, man. So like in the beginning, the artist caliber wasn't that great. So we've had some art that wasn't that. Like I tried to do a police officer one. I think the concept is the right concept, but the artist's interpretation and what they created to reflect the police officer, it wasn't that good. So
Dang.
I flopped a few times. Some of the art just didn't.
So how do you? I mean, are you relying on strictly these artists to come up with the ideas, or are you like you looking at a whole portfolio? You got like a committee that says, "Yo, this is it." Like, how are you coming up with the concepts? Because you got stuff that's dope that looks great, like what's in the background. Then you got stuff that maybe you want to relate to what's going on today. How do you
Yeah,
decide what you're gonna put out there when I go to your homepage?
like we not too far into the business journey. I identified the career concepts as one that I can make a storyline and connectivity, and it would feel like a product line. So we got focused on careers because there was some synergy around it, and I had creative ways to help market the career concepts. So brainstorming careers is easy. We could sit here and come up with 100 careers. Kids like careers where it's visually obvious what the person does. So things in uniform, firemen, firefighter, doctor, things where they can see the pilot, the clothes tell what even ballerina. It's obvious what they do because of what they have on. So we followed that path in terms of designing, and we feed the artists the concept and some of the different things. And what I've learned how to do is, since my network is big, I post some drafts online to get feedback from the community. So we'll post some drafts on Instagram. Say, hey, A, B, or C, help us.
Oh, that's smart. That's
Yeah.
smart.
So the community tells us, okay, we like B, but do this, tweak this, and then I'll send it to some professionals in the industry. So if it's like a veterinarian, at this point I know about 12 veterinarians. I'll send the draft to the veterinarians, or I send the doctor sketch. I send it to 20 doctors and say, hey, tell me, what's good, what's missing, how do I improve this, and that helps it be true in terms of the career and what they think is important to reflect to young people. So we've developed a more robust. This isn't just me pulling this stuff out the sky anymore. We've learned how to shop the concepts around and get good feedback.
Wow, it'd be dope, man. You might have thought of this already, man. Like if you had submissions from like a bunch of kids that's, do
Yeah,
some type of submission.
we want to do that too. It's I can't figure out how to do it, how to get the the level quality of a scan for it to be a printable scan. But somehow there's a way to do it. We just got to do a little more thinking in terms of what kind of
Do a puddle huddle sweepstakes, man. Whoever get like the most likes on Instagram gets like some type of prize. That way you'll get exposure. Then you pick the best one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody win, baby.
Yeah, and every kid's an artist, and everybody thinks their kid is the best artist. So it'd be great to
Right.
see them
'Cause my
confirm.
son is Michelangelo. Don't trip.
Yeah, like I was drawing them Ninja Turtles too when I was little. Like I was doing the coldest Ninja Turtles out the whole
Hey, the
class.
Ninja Turtle muscles though, the muscle
Yeah,
part.
like I was like that was me. Like, I was drawing the Transformers. Like we was drawing like cars and sneakers. Like I was drawing the best sneakers in the whole class. So I know every kid's got a little artist in them.
So what was it like to walk away from your job? I mean, walk me through that process? Cause I mean, I don't know if you got all these degrees on a scholarship or if it's loans associated with that.
Yeah,
But
bro.
you were in Cali. I'm thinking MBA behind your name, all these letters, and being a Howard grad, you had to be making a nice salary. But I mean, to walk away from stability like that for a puzzle business that, you know, not to downplay it, but it's not like you got this blueprint in front of you, like, hey, my mentor also has a puzzle business and he told
Yeah,
me to do this. What was that like to just walk away?
yeah, man. I'm a man of faith. Really, God's plan. So I was in corporate America, and I was doing well in corporate America. The years I spent in corporate America with no children, where it was just me and my time, and I could like invest a lot of energy into my career. Like I was progressing, I was doing very well, but I was having babies at the same rate that I was progressing. So it was like new
Mm.
baby and a promotion, new baby and a promotion, new baby and So it's very soon my job was too big to balance out with my family that had also gotten to be too big.
So what were you doing? What type of work?
And I was doing human resource work. I was a job called a HR business partner, but human resources in tech. So talent development, hiring, firing, structure, compensation design, pay, lots of structural concepts related to HR and legal stuff, discrimination, harassment, just all the HR things that a company needs.
Mm.
So my job had gotten so big and my family had gotten so big, and we were in Cali with no family. So we needed to move back East Coast. And my wife worked out of town. So my wife worked in another city. So she
Mm.
would be gone Tuesday to Thursday. I
Wow.
got 3 kids and this big job. Like this, it wasn't balancing out very well. So we knew we needed to move back east. So with that as kind of the driving force, I was looking for jobs. But then this puzzle thing kicked in. I thought, man, I'm gonna build this puzzle company. Like we moving back east, and these puzzles gonna take us back east. Like, watch, babe, I'm gonna make this puzzle thing work. I'm taking the whole family back east. So while I'm doing that, my wife went on one interview, bro. One interview. She got the job in Arlington. So she was like, I got my job. Like, I got a job on the East Coast. Like, what? Come on, like, can you get your thing together so we can go? So when she said she had her job, like, I had two options. It was either look for a job or make this puzzle company go. And just, man, through like some courage and like, man, determination, I said, I'm gonna make this puzzle company go. Like, bump. No, I'm not looking for it. Well, I did look for a job for a little bit, but where I didn't immediately have success looking for jobs, I just thought, man, I'm gonna make this puzzle company go. So we moved back east with her career.
So, I mean, was it anybody that's saying, yo, you you got 3 kids, man, you need to put them first. It's not about you, Matt. It's not about the puzzles, Matt.
It's a lot. Like I have really supportive family and friends and relationships. So and I'm adult. So this you can't necessarily tell me no, like I get to make my own decisions as an adult, but I could feel the pressure of bro. Also, so I'm coming out of corporate America. I'm not coming out of that without any resources to help sustain my family. So I'm walking out of that. Right, there's some savings in place that we're not broke on day one stepping away from the job. So there's some money in the bank. There's some stock grants and some 401k. Like so I have a little time to do it. But nobody has to tell me. I have to tell myself, like, bro, you got 3 babies. Like, this needs to work now. There's no like, you don't get to play this for 5 years trying to figure it out. Like this has to start working tomorrow,
Right.
which is why.
Welcome to the Go Fish Village podcast. As a Chinese proverb says, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. At Go Fish, our goal is to teach individuals just like you how to build wealth through real estate. So, okay, so when you walk away, I mean, how many puzzles are you pushing a day?
Man, this was not it was a profitable business, but this was not a business that could pay any bills.
Damn,
Not
not even a car note?
Man, it's gas money. And this is when the kids are young. So you're talking about daycare costs, which are
Oh man,
crazy.
not even dues for the frat?
Man, we limping, man. So I got my same business account, man. My wife has a job. We moved in with my in-laws in transition. So we didn't come out east and like, let's buy a house and sign up for a lot of expenses. And we moved in with my in-laws for the
Smart.
summer. So we brought our cost structure down. Man, I kind of had that summer to prove like to make this thing go. Like it was like an emergency every day. Every day is I gotta sell these puzzles today. They have to sell. Not and I'm going to grow this out and I have a business plan and it's going to 3 to 5 years. This is the growth. Like, no, we gotta sell more of these puzzles tomorrow to make this thesis work. So with a lot of urgency and I wasn't in crisis because I had some savings, but man, this thing had to work like right now, right now.
Damn, yo, that's tough, man. So that's smart though. I mean, even though you didn't have a business plan, you were still being, you know, fiscally conservative. I mean, smart because you're moving in with the in-laws. You're being conscious about the budget. You had some bread from, you had a little bit of a cushion from working at 9 to 5, and of course, you had the supportive spouse, man. How important is that? When you're going in business, man, to have that supportive spouse and that network of supportive people behind you.
Yeah, because if your spouse is not in support or intention with the idea, like it's hard to get the right energy to go, like to be vibrant, to be exciting, to make a difference. Like, man, your spouse have to. Not only do they have to support you, but in terms of active behavior and support, it can't be an indifference. I needed my wife to actively engage and also do things to help the business be successful.
Baby, pick up that box.
It's like, okay,
Got them boxes, baby.
like my wife, based on her career path, man, she's an excellent editor. So if I ever post anything on social media, if the punctuation is correct, it's because she went in there and fixed it. It's not because I put it up there with correct punctuation.
Oh, got you, man.
She's logged into the accounts. She can go say, okay, bro, you need an Oxford comma here, semicolon, you didn't do that. So she can go in there and make and put hands on the business and make our business better along the way. Instead of just saying, hey, Matt's thing, he's trying. Like,
Right.
I needed her to be awesome. But she's got a career, so I can't, there's a limit on how much energy and effort she could, and we have 3 kids. So she's not like the chief operating officer or anything. Like she got to work and be the dean of a school.
True.
Yeah.
That's so. I mean, was it ever a point when you had quit up until things kind of started going that you was like, man, maybe this ain't it?
Dude, a lot of days, man. It was that happened so many times. I remember one car ride, man. We were driving from DC to Philly, and as couples need to do sometimes, we need to talk about money. It's about a 3-hour ride, man, from DC to Philly. And she was like, "Yeah, we need to talk. Can we talk about this bills and that?" And man, that was the worst car ride. Like we started, man, before we got off the Beltway, like it turned into silence from the. Like she asked me a couple questions, man, before we got up 95 anywhere. It was like, this isn't good. This is not a good talk at all. But I think she only mentioned to me, well, you could get a job. I think she only said that once in this whole process. And that was, man, that day didn't feel too hot because because you man, you want to be great for your family. You want to achieve and deliver and provide, and you want to not have hardships fall on your family. You want to, and the one day where she suggested to me, she said, "Well, bro, you could get a job." Stuff for real.
Only temporary, honey, not permanent,
Which means I gotta sell these. I gotta sell some more of these puzzles tomorrow. The sales numbers got to be better than they were today. Like, something has to happen different and make this thing go faster. So with a lot of urgency, but in general, she's been an awesome support for me. Just I probably couldn't ask for a better um, spouse and partner through this process. She's just been wonderful, helping to. One day I was having the worst day. Like, nothing was working, nothing was going right. I kind of bring all these concerns to her, like as if she can do something. And she just said, "Well, Matt, I think you should try your best." And bro, I took that like she just like it was like the magical words to me. It's just like,
Wow.
I should do my best. I bet, babe, I'm
So,
about to do my best.
so okay, so obviously that's anytime, because money is probably the number one reason that people get divorced. If it's not one, I'm sure it's two or three. And entrepreneurship is stressful even when things are going well. You know what I mean? So, uh, who do you lean on, man? Because you can't bring everything to your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have a mentor or anything like that?
Not necessarily. I'm very fortunate that I have my sibling group. I'm one of four children.
Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Mitt.
Yeah.
The
So look,
squad.
since this is a Howard podcast, all four of my parents' kids graduated from Howard. So my
Yo,
sibling,
Howard got like a meal off of y'all, boy.
yeah,
Or was that Mr. O'Connell? What was that?
we all came in on that Ford Motor Company. Yeah, so we had the Mr. O'Connell, man, money in place. So my primary signing board, if I just need to get something like, man, test my level of sanity or crazy, normally I'm gonna take that to my older brother. Wife, that hurt too, but if I think I've exhausted her tolerance for my sounding, but for the day or for a time period, and I'm gonna take it to my brother, and that's how I get most of my tough feedback, because he'll tell me, "No, bro, I don't know, why you think that about that. Like, I don't," because he's an engineer, so he'll look at something with a lot more look.
Was he in a school engineer?
Yeah, he's mechanical, so he came out of,
Maybe that's where I got that from. That's Mitt?
yeah, Miss Mechanical.
Yeah, maybe I was tweaking, man. Cause all y'all look alike. Your whole family, bro. Y'all look just alike.
Brown, yeah, it's some similarities.
So then at what point do you start moving units? At what point is you like, yeah, buddy? Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. I never really think like it's always because I have not built this business out to where it's it's financially built on a platform where like everything's okay, and it's like we're just shooting like like I need the sales from every day. So around holiday time, since I sell toys, the holiday is going to be Christmas holiday is going to be where I make more sales than I'll do at any point during the year. So when Christmas hits and things are working, that helps me see the light at the end of the tunnel regarding what this business can be. Outside of Christmas, things just don't flow the same way. We try to kind of play the same calendar that Hallmark can play. So here comes Valentine's Day, here comes Easter,
Mm-hmm.
graduation. So we try to create products that Black History Month. We try to create products that are going to target some of these different celebrations that give us a better annual calendar, so that we're not just sitting
Oh,
there.
that's smart, bro. That's smart, man. Kind of chop it up a little bit into
Yeah.
break it down. How is that though, man? Being that you got three kids, they want pops to be around during Christmas, and you like, yo, this busy season, fam. Move that box, kid.
It's crazy, man. So I'm very appreciative that I can run this business at home, and without being here, you would think, right? Oh, he's at home, like that allows me to have more free time to spend with my kids and family. But sometimes just the opposite is true.
Yeah.
I'm home, but every to some degree, every minute of the day, I'm thinking about this business and how to make it grow. I'm not sure there's few minutes of the day where I'm not thinking about it. So it kind of consumes my energy, my thinking, my emotion. So I wish that it was a different circumstance where I'm even more emotionally available. And because I'm home, I just spend so much more time interacting with my kids. I wish that was true, but the opposite ends up being true. I'm home, but my brain is always.
Oh yeah, I know, bro. It's tough. It's tough, bro. I've been in business 8.5 years now. You know what I'm saying? I took the longest vacation that I've ever had. I just took it because Christmas happened to fall on a Friday. So that meant I could take off that Thursday. And then it was like, all right, New Year's Eve is on a Friday. Or New Year's I was like, let me just take off that whole week. But I was thinking, I was like, damn, I've only taken 7 days in a row off once. And the whole vacation, I'm like, what's going on at the office?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Hopefully it won't stay. That won't continue to be true forever.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was a temporary structure, and one day you'll be able to get to you and me both will be able to get to a place where I don't have to have constant. Uh,
It's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, do you plan on, like, would you embrace getting bought out for the right price?
I feel different ways about it at different times, right? So I have walked down the block and think, man, if Fisher Price and Mattel call me with with the right amount, man, Mattel, I'm gonna talk to Mattel about with the price, but at the same time,
They might say, hey, we want to own it, but we want you to run it. So that might mean more stability, more bread, but you know, I'm sure you probably want to keep this in your family.
yeah, the more I think about when I'm thinking more maturely and strategically about it, man, the community helped me build this, and I think I owe it to the community to maintain ownership and direction and not the only driving force behind this can't be money. Like this business isn't built on let's see how much money I can make. Like that's not the foundation or the concept of the mission. So the buyout just to chase an amount of money doesn't seem like the right decision. So I, I, I owe it to the people, the stakeholders that helped me create these products and the point of the products to be a steward of it in a different way and not necessarily because there's a dollar figure in front of me, let it go. But that's a controversial decision. If you look at Carol's daughter and Bevel, and so there's lots of examples of minority-owned companies that sold to bigger holding companies, and it's a business decision. You can't necessarily tell a business owner what they're supposed to do with their business. It's their business, so
Yeah.
they get to decide.
No, so no, that's real, man. So are you in a position to scale the business now?
Yeah, one thing that's important to do right now is to get the business out of our home. Uh, it, it's great.
Are
It's
you gonna have withdrawal, man? Are you cool lifting puzzles if you wake up and you don't see no puzzles downstairs, man? Are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
get over
okay?
it. Maybe for 48 hours, but I'm gonna get over it. It needs to move because it really constrains our quality of life. Like that when the holiday hits and I'm loading up for if I have to bring in additional inventory for Christmas, it's the whole house. Like it's living room, kitchen, dining room.
Damn, man, you
They're
got a flow chart and everything. Like,
so to ask my family to continue to live on boxes like another year, like when Christmas comes, we're turning the whole house into a warehouse. You won't be able to get to access to your toys or to the sofa or to the TV because there will be boxes in front of everything.
yeah,
Like,
that's tough, bro.
and then they're homeschooling, and yeah, that's not
All right,
the experience I want for them.
are they allowed to bring other puzzles around, or is that like death? But dad, it was just a case study. I was just studying the competition.
We're not really doing no frozen puzzles. That's not.
Damn,
Yeah,
not happening, huh?
I'm gonna have a hard time watching my kids.
How do you feel away when you go to other people's houses and you see other puzzles? Like, oh, word.
I don't
You,
say
you, you
anything
got
out
you got the
loud,
Disney joint?
but
Okay.
yeah, like okay, I see you with that Finding Nemo puzzle. It's
It's that's real, man. How many to date? How many puzzles approximately have you been able to sell?
tens of thousands. I don't want to say hundreds as in the multiple hundreds of thousands, but tens and tens and tens of thousands of puzzles.
Over 100,000?
Oh yeah, I've certainly sold over 100,000 puzzles.
Damn, that's crazy. It's certain artists that
I was
haven't sold.
on Oprah's list, man. You get on Oprah's list, man. If you still selling a dozen of whatever you got after Oprah done put you in the magazine,
How
something
many, like, around how many orders do you get once that announcement is made when you go on Oprah's favorite things? Like, how does that?
it quickly zoomed to about 400 or 500 orders a day.
Damn. Oh shit. That's crazy. 400 a day and you gotta fulfill them joints.
I need
Damn.
some
Talk
help,
about a
man.
good problem to have.
I
Shit.
reached out, man. Some cats from Howard came in to help me, man.
You
Naima,
probably had all the Neos like, yo.
had, had a couple Neos, but we had a couple Neos come in.
Yo,
But also, man, some of my peers from Howard, like some people I went to school with, I had 3, 4 teachers that came to help me. So
damn.
I had a great Howard
You pay
community.
them, you pay them in puzzles. You like, yo, I give you 4 puzzles, bro.
How many hours is puzzle hour? No, we would have helped because we were making money, man. Nobody has to come here package it for free. Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. 400, 500 a day. I
Yeah.
mean, what is that to wake up and see that though? Like to know that you was one day just trying to make puzzles with a butter knife. You
But
know what I'm saying? And now, man, you get 500 orders a day. Like that's crazy.
man, it's a party in my head, but also an anxiety because I'm the business owner. So right, so I'm thinking logistically and operationally, like, okay, now what do we do? Like, I can't really like dance because the orders are happening. Like, I got to make sure all the mechanics work. So it's happy, but it's like, okay, not now what? Because we can't embarrass ourselves by not executing on this opportunity. So
Hmm.
all the other things start to distract my brain from just doing the running man over this, Oprah announcement. It's like I gotta operate the business in the middle of this celebration.
Talk to me about what we all hate as entrepreneurs, man. Chargebacks, customer service complaints. You know what I'm saying? Being responsive, where's my order, man? Like, what is that like when you
The
look in your account, you like chargeback? Like, cause I know what that's like just from homecoming, throwing parties. Like a month after homecoming, people like, I was not at that party. Like, bro, why is you lying, bro? You was there. I sent you, like, and you getting them chargebacks to these customer service requests, and now you concerned about Yelp reviews and
yeah,
Google reviews. How was that, man?
and we're e-commerce, right? So you're not walking in the door to pick your product and put it in the bag and walk out the door with it. So I'm relying. I have a third party that's going to deliver this product to you. So UPS and the post office, like, they're my connection to the company. So where they if they have challenges, customer handed me their money, so customer points at me for the any delivery issue. So of course during the holidays, more sales and more products moving through the delivery system than any other time of the year. The system breaks down, so a lot of products aren't arriving in a timely manner. Customer, rightfully so, points at business. Where's the product? It's been 1 week, it's been 2 weeks, it's been 3 weeks. So that is not the most fun I have. Working with customers and setting expectations and asking for forgiveness regarding what are things out of our control with the health crisis and the overloaded system. But by far, 99.99% of my customers are fantastic. Like, they are wonderful. So
Mm,
I don't get to go into the complaint section of business. My customers pray over my business. They repeat. I have people that bought from me 20 plus times.
wow.
Um, they I, my customers did this for me. So we do this giveaway on Instagram.
Hmm.
Every week I'm giving away a product. I've had customers reach out to me, volunteer to sponsor the giveaway.
Wow.
Like, I, I've never posted a plea for donations or gifts. Customers just out of their own assessment and generosity say, "Hey, we want to sponsor the giveaway next week. How do we pay, or how do we donate?" So, man, I'm really privileged. Like, the chargebacks and the refund requests, and we'll work through that. I try to,
So that's crazy. I mean, essentially, you have a business where people are emotionally attached to the product and to the brand.
Yeah, man,
Because people gonna be like, man, my I got my first puzzle huddle, and then I gave it to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And then my grandma gave me her first puzzle huddle. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like a legacy product. Like American Girl. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I've seen people post online the number of puzzles that I've seen one child have. I've seen pictures of kids with like 15 of them.
Mm.
So when you have customers in your network like that, the refund request, smaller number. Man, I can't stay mentally there. I gotta go celebrate the success I have.
Welcome to the Go Fish Village podcast. As a Chinese proverb says, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. At Go Fish, our goal is to teach individuals just like you how to build wealth through real estate. Wow, man. How big is your team now?
I got about 5 people that help me with. So the big surge is during the holidays. During a normal part of the year, I don't necessarily need that many people with packing and shipping support. But during the holidays, I had probably 8 people.
Wow,
Come
that's
and help.
tough, man. That's tough, man. And then so you got 8 people. So you booming the economy, man, with puzzles, man. Who would have thought? What is it like to be like a celebrity walking through the streets?
Yeah, bro.
Coming to homecoming, and like, yeah, what's up, yo? I'm trying to have fun, people.
No, the only people that know or have any awareness are the parents with kids. I get some high fives over the young parents with young kids. Anybody else, the part of homecoming that's single and not thinking about graham crackers and goldfish, they're not following Puzzle Huddle. I'm in the parent network by a long shot.
So tell me about your marketing plan. Like, how are you able to penetrate households around the globe, man? I mean, are you buying ad space on like IG and Facebook? Is it strictly word of mouth? Are you penetrating these organizations and clubs? Like, how were you able to do it?
Man, it's a little bit of about 50 different things. So it's a lot of things to make, collectively to make the whole thing work. I did not know what I was doing in the beginning, bro. My first post, if you look at the first post I did on IG, like they're terrible. Like I took I took a puzzle to the grocery store and I put it on some apples. Like I was thinking like a puzzle a day, an apple a day. This is a terrible idea, but this is what I thought was going to be good. So I put the puzzle in the apples and I took a picture and I was like, puzzle a day. It was like it's pathetic stuff. But you learn because I needed the business to grow fast. So a lot of it is paid digital because the organic growth curve is oftentimes a lot slower, and I needed this puzzle company to start generating revenue like yesterday. So a bit of the growth is paid, but we just get creative with the marketing. We're blessed to have customers that take pictures and send us pictures, so we get a lot of like not product endorsements, but usage cases and pictures like lifestyle photos with kids playing with puzzles. Our customers send us a lot of these things, so that helps. We were doing the career profiles that kind of helped parallel the puzzle with some content and information that's useful to parents. So posting pictures of puzzles, that's one thing that we do, but we also started doing career features, which were opportunities to show Black professionals and have them describe like what kind of kid they were, what kind of toys they were into, and what things their parents did that helped guide them towards the career that they're in. Like if you're a doctor, were there signs that you were going to be a doctor when you were a kid? If you're a dentist or a lawyer or whatever you are,
Mhm.
what did that look like when you were a kid, and what influenced your trajectory to that career? So we started posting what I would like to think is useful information and insight from. So we made our accounts better in terms of content, and that helped us grow. Not puzzles in the grocery store with apples.
Well, hey, man, you live and you learn, bro.
Yeah, I did not know. I took a puzzle to the gym. I was like, okay, puzzle brain. I can't even make it make sense.
So growing up, you weren't even doing puzzles. You weren't even into puzzles as a kid.
Just the limited amount that any kid is. I didn't. there are adult puzzle communities and people that are thrive on the activity as adults. That isn't what I was doing. So I did some puzzles as a kid, but I didn't grow into like an adult puzzle person.
Yeah.
It was just my kids brought me back to it.
You got a Howard puzzle?
We're working on. I know we have the sororities, and some of them are placed in context related to Howard. I want to follow the formal process with the trademark and the licensing and get whatever approvals and permissions to do it, so that I'm not involved. Because now that I'm big enough, I run the risk of trademark or copyright violations that I don't want to live through those discussions.
Yeah, man. I was gonna ask. I'm sure it's probably a ton of puzzles that you want to do, but you get sued for not getting permission. It's not just as easy as do this Howard puzzle or this
Yeah,
fraternity sorority puzzle or this Obama puzzle.
yeah, because like the clock tower, I mean, I would just guess that's a trademark of the university that they protect, and you can't, even though you might get away with it.
No, it is. It is. I found out that. I,
Yeah,
I found out the hard way. It
right.
is. I'm like, yo, this is a picture of a clock tower. No, they was like, nah, player. Go take a picture of them bushes over there. That's all you right there. That clock
Yeah,
tower, that's us.
right. So I
That's
want
you.
to, but there is a route to get permission to use it. So I want to follow the right path and get the authority to so that so. I mean, and I don't know if it's alumni giving or if you just pay a fee, but I want to do that before I introduce like a more formal Howard puzzle.
For sure.
Had
So, I mean, talk to me, man, about, some of your greatest memories of Howard.
but through, man, I was super active in organizations. So between marching band, Phi Sigma Pi, Campus Pals, and then Omega. Like I had my hands in a lot of things that I think added a quality of life to my Howard experience. And I just I had a fantastic social experience. But favorite memories, man. Every group's got its own. Like so, marching band, doing them half times with the marching band, Campus Pal variety show, like Omega, man, step show. Friday on the yard when you're in a fraternity, man, is man, that's butter. Like it's no better thing than coming out of class on a Friday and it's hot. You bark from one corner of the yard and you hear barking from the other four corners. Man, that feels like, man, you feel like $1 zillion when you do that. Like I'm here this and I'm here man. And so that's great. But man, what even better that since my little sisters came to Howard, man, watching my little sister do her probate show with the AKAs, man,
What sister?
Megan's a AKA, and
Okay.
even better than that, man, watching her perform at a homecoming step show.
Wow.
Man, watching my baby sister do a homecoming step show,
Wow.
that feel better than me doing a step show in my own boots. Man, watching her. So probably my best Howard memories are watching my siblings participate in the environment. Like I had a good time, but watching them feels better than the good time I had.
Man, that's dope, man. That's dope. Um, I mean, what advice do you have for somebody that, the 18-year-old Matt coming into Howard right now?
Man, a lot of things I would do exactly the same, man. I really thrived in relationship to organization, so I will put myself on that same path. I might push myself a little harder in terms of academics. A high GPA is a good leverage with when you're trying to establish a career and get a job. So there's some B's that I got that didn't have to be B's. There's some withdrawals along the way that had I been more focused in the class, that I had to take that W, man. Like I could have, and even man, maybe a C or two hit my transcript did that didn't have to be a C. So I might have pushed myself differently
Yeah, I
academically.
think I got like a C in Taekwondo because I didn't learn I only learned like steps 1 through 4, like punches. I was like, man, I ended up
Yeah,
getting a C in it. I was
but I was on that Hilltop scholarship though, so I had that Mr. O'Connell Ford Motor Company money. I had to keep a 3.0 cumulative GPA for each year. So I didn't have flexibility to slip too far because if
Yeah,
I turned in 3.0 for the year, my tuition was in jeopardy. So I was able to keep that all the way across the stage, man, and walking out the door.
man, that's dope, man. So what what's next, man, for Puzzle Huddle, man? Where do you see the legacy going, man, 100 years from now?
We want to stretch our concept of diversity. One thing I do that I learned at Howard, man, is like the Black diaspora is super diverse. So where we got like we lean African American, man, if I could slide into some of these Caribbean concepts and cultures, if I touch the Ghanaian, Nigerian, there's a lot in the Black diaspora that we have yet to explore, and I think are really compelling concepts. So we want to fan out in terms of not just Black, but different subcultures in Black, and then expand even more to other forms of diversity. So whether it's Hispanic, Native American, disability, we want to offer products for more groups that might be underserved in the marketplace. So more diversity, different kinds of diversity is where we're thinking we're going to go next. And hopefully, man, we'll make a difference for a whole generation. Like I don't, it's hard to measure the impact because it's not something I can't necessarily survey a kid to know that their thinking has changed. But hopefully, man, 20 years from now, somebody will tell me they had a Puzzle Huddle puzzle when they were 5.
Yeah. No, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So man, we got the man, the myth, the legend behind Puzzle Huddle. So how do we get these Puzzle Huddles, man? How do we follow you on social media?
I'm on all the platforms, bro. So website, puzzlehuddle.com, but also Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I hired a video team, man. We're going to really invest in the content on our YouTube channel. So that's one of the things we're most excited about for 2021 is, man, better and more thoughtful videos. So if you're going to ride with us, please check us out on YouTube because we got some new stuff that we're going to put there.
I love it, man. Yo, Matt, you've been a wonderful guest, bro. Thanks for coming on the show. I know it's late. You're on that East Coast time, that East Coast grind, man. I appreciate it. We're going to be tuning in, and anything I can do to support, let me know.
Awesome, bro. Appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for joining the HU Movemaker podcast, where we highlight folks that have contributed to the Howard legacy at the highest levels. To hear more interviews or purchase merchandise, please visit www.humovemakers.com.